everyone, welcome live here to Salford City Stadium. Apologies for being late for Rugby League fans. We did start on the red button, but if you missed all of that, you'll still get the build-up here from Brian Noble, Ian Millward and Iestyn Harris. We've got a fabulous second semi-final. Yesterday we saw Leeds upset the odds and knock out the holders Wigan. Today Warrington are hot favourites to beat Huddersfield, but could we be in store for another shock? This a rematch from the 2009 Challenge Cup final.
The fullback who's in. Hodgson draws the man to Lodge. Huddersfield have their reward. On hand again is over. It's turning into a try-fest. What a fabulous try by Chris Hicks. This is good hands. Kucho puts it back inside. Hodgson is in. Monaghan out from acting hard. Finds a way through to Billy Anderson. David Hodgson. Hodgson with a step. Hodgson reaches. Where's Lee Breers? Here he is with a drop goal. It is all sunshine and smiles and primrose and blue.
Warrington are hungry like wolves to win back that cup. They've been to Wembley twice in the last 3 years and emerged victorious both times. They impressively saw off Catalans' French resistance in the quarters, so they'll be in confident mood today, and Warrington are justifiable favourites. Huddersfield have been to Wembley twice in the last 6 years. They know what it takes to win these high-pressure matches. A win would give coach Nathan Brown the fondest of farewells. It's his last season with the Giants, but they enter this after losing 7 of their last 8 league games. Well, let's first of all get a reaction from Iestyn to yesterday's result and Wigan now being out of the Challenge Cup. I mean, your players must be devastated.
Yeah, we are. It's knockout football, isn't it? Semi-final of the Cup. It's 5 weeks away from Wembley and we're not going to be there. So, you know, the players are absolutely desperately disappointed. But our performance wasn't good enough to win on the day. Leeds were, pretty much hot on the day and we couldn't handle certain things they did. So we've got to learn them lessons, try and improve, try and get to the Super League at the end of the year in the grand final and win some silverware for the club, because that's what Wigan as a club need to do. We need to win silverware and we're fully aware of that.
We've got gorgeous conditions here in Salford, bit of a swirling wind, and with 3 sides of this stadium are quite low, it could have an impact, the wind, Brian. Warrington for you, obviously they're favourites, and a couple of key players that we thought might be missing are playing.
Yeah, Trent Wardhouse and Lee Breers will make a huge advantage of this swirling wind, I'm sure. Make the team today, which strengthens Warrington, and I think we'll see a fast-flowing, offloading type of game with second phase rugby. I think the bigger challenge today is for Huddersfield to stay with them. I think Warrington are the complete team when they're on.
Ian, you got a very close-up look of Huddersfield. You played them recently with Castleford. You absolutely hammered them. How will they turn their form around today?
Well, they've done a lot of soul-searching, Huddersfield, over the last few weeks. They've made quite a few influential changes, which I think are going to have a great impact on their game. Lee Gilmore goes from the second row out to the centre to combat their lateral movement, their great attacking ability, Warrington. They've moved Scott Griggs from the halves to fullback, and they're only going to go with 2 ball players at 7 and 6. That means they'll have less lateral movement and less shifting of the ball. They'll be a lot more direct at the rucks. But at the end of it, Danny Brough, who's been moted as the next 7 for England, he must come up with an outstanding kicking game today to keep him in the match. I think the changes will be good. I think it'll be a lot closer than people think.
Are we going to get a high-scoring match? I mean, yesterday we had 6 tries in the first half, 50 points on the board before half-time. It was extraordinary. We can't get that again, can we?
No, well, I think it's going to be extremely tight for the first 20 or 30 minutes. I think Huddersfield know that they have to be in the game 30 minutes into this game, and I think they're going to keep it very tight, make it very physical indeed. There's not going to be much space around. I think defence is going to be a top early in this game.
Well, Lee Breers there leading out Warrington. He's a key player, and they describe him as a mercurial talent. He can do anything, can't he, Brian?
He can absolutely do anything. Pinpoint kicking game. He'll get the team around the field. He's added attacking the line as well to his arsenal, but he's got a fair complementary staff around him in this team, and Ratchford, who's been picked in the halves, was a bit of a surprise. I think he'll be the jack in the box today.
So quick thought, who wins?
Warrington.
Warrington just.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, just Warrington.
Well, let's hand you to our commentary team then. Jonathan Davis with 2 broken arms, by the way. I mean that. He has got 2 broken arms. He's being extremely brave. He's climbed up a ladder to get to the commentary box alongside Ray French as these 2 great sides come out onto the pitch.
Thank you, Claire. At least Jonathan can't tackle me this afternoon. 12 previous encounters in the Challenge Cup between these 2 sides, but the first ever semi-final between them, and our first trip to the Salford City Stadium, and quite a crowd of fans really gathered here, just 80 minutes away from Wembley, very much on those captains, Kevin Brown of the Giants and Lee Briers of Warrington, on their minds. Look out for 2 of Rugby League's most experienced campaigners there. 34 years old Brett Hodgson and 33 years old Lee Briers, but still a huge threat to the Giants. Trent Waterhouse lines up in the pack despite fears that up to yesterday an eye injury might rule him out. No shortage of power and size in midfield, with Cudjoe and Gilmore taking up the centre position, and plenty of craft and guile at half-back with internationals Kevin Brown and Danny Brough. And up front, a very strong pack, with former centre and wing Michael Lawrenson adding pace to the loose forward row. 6 forwards on the interchange benches, but Michael Monaghan and Luke Robinson are there to liven up the midfield with any running needed from the acting half-back positions. Pitch in perfect conditions, and referee Richard Silverwood, the Challenge Cup final referee in 2006 and 2010. And a very tense time for these players, as Ian Millward was saying, Jonathan.
Yeah, it's perfect conditions though, pitch is immaculate, and I think the Huddersfield players will want to quiet the whole Warrington fans down, because it's like a home game really. The number of Warrington fans that have travelled over from Warrington clearly outnumber Huddersfield, so they've got to try and silence this Warrington crowd.
Bright sun, tremendous pitch underneath, but as Claire did suggest earlier on, there is a strong breeze which is buffeting around this stadium. We'll just have to see who makes advantage of it, and it's Warrington's Lee Briers already pushing that ball downfield. Good bounce.
We see how important a good start is. We saw yesterday Leeds coming in as clear underdogs, but a very simple game plan, great kicking game, and 2 of their early tries came from kicks.
I think we'll see a lot of kicking as well from Lee Briers this afternoon, although he has been unfit recently with an Achilles injury, and that could be a problem.
An early kick, trying for the 40-20. I think the wind must be favouring Huddersfield to go for that kick. But it will be interesting, Grace, to see who organises Warrington around the park. You know, O'Brien has played and played well, but now you've got Ratchford and Briers.
I think it'll be Lee Briers as usual.
Yeah, I think so.
Mickey Hyam though there at 14 doing a very good job, and there's a young man who really has come on this season. Look out for that man, number 20 there, Chris Hill, signed from Lee Centurions. Oh, Carvel going down. It's a powerful pack. Mickey Hyam getting a quick play of the ball. Oh, mistake by Briers. Backwards, no knock on. Chip kick, adventurous, but didn't come to much. Huddersfield then, first touch of the ball in that Clareton goal.
As the boys said, you know, they'll have to muscle up in midfield. There's one of them, Keith Mason.
Powerful lad.
Yeah.
He's been blighted with injuries though this last 6 to 9 months.
Yeah.
Kevin Brown.
Well, they've shown their cards very early.
Both sides kicking for position, aren't they?
Yeah, but they've kicked very early, Huddersfield, so they'll put the pressure on Warrington, make the hard yards from their own 20-metre area.
Carvel to Benny Westwood, to Ben Harrison. Number 13. Carvel again. Good offload. Beautiful backing up there by Warrington.
Yeah, Ratchford there, that's what he's in for.
Atkins taking it away, making good ground. He's a powerful runner, looking for possession away, gets it away. Lee Breeze, this is danger. Oh, he's held on, gets it away at last. Hodgson looking for the inside from Westwood. Desperate defence here from Huddersfield. Breers, Ratchford.
There he is, the big second
Waterhouse pounding through on the last tackle. Breers, the kick. Mano, it's over. He's lost it. Oh, he's always dangerous up there. Is Joe Monaghan. He was first to the ball, couldn't hold it.
I think Monaghan, what a great leap. Out-jumped them, but just couldn't hold on to the ball. I think he's a tremendous winger, all-round winger, Monaghan. We saw some great finishes yesterday by the Leeds wingers as well.
Huddersfield now need to just hold on to this ball, just make good ground, and that's what Keith Mason, the number 10, will be seeking to do. Gilmore, second row, come centre this afternoon, but great experience in the centre. Brough, good ball. This three-quarter line in particular, Joe, very, very dangerous, big man.
Yeah, they are. They're all very, very powerful men. Lawrence in the loose forward position as well.
Hodgson, that's a good tackle. Danny Brough, number 7, up there very, very quickly. Harrison again.
Offside, that's it.
Offside decision there. In a sense, Jonathan, in a semi-final, you've got a border on the offside, haven't you? You've got to be moving in very, very quickly.
Yeah, but this now will give
Scott Moore there, I think the man caught offside.
Yeah, they're all offside. Look, there were 4 or 5 in front of the referee. This will now give Warrington field position. Warrington certainly winning the contact. You know, every target where it's made, they're gaining those precious 3 or 4 yards once the hit has been made, forcing them onto the front foot, defence onto the back foot.
Hill again, good running by there. Can he get going? Oh, terrific run by Hill. Prominent in these early stages.
Very
8 metres now from that line. Ratchford to Breers. He's got a man on the short side. Elected to go himself. Good defence there though. Good covering from the Giants. Tremendous pressure from Warrington. But when you put pressure on like this, you need to come away with a try.
Great tackle.
Good tackle. He's lost the ball.
What the tackle by Lawrence there. He saw Waterhouse coming on that short ball. Superb hit. Dislodged the ball. But young Chris Hill has made such an impressive start. He's got quick feet, comes off left or right for a big man.
Yeah, Leroy Cudjow's tackle, Jonathan. Must give him the benefit.
Sorry, yeah, Cudjow, Lawrence.
The two powerful lads though.
Yeah.
Huddersfield again, trying to settle it down. That's what they've got to do in these early stages. Warrington have really got at them. But it's still Warrington 0, Huddersfield 0. Mason again. Nathan Brown never looks happy during the game, does he?
There's an early attempt for a 40-20.
That's a
great kick.
Tremendous effort. Mr. Silverwood right on the spot, and Danny Brough checking the congratulations for that 40-20 kick.
Well, look at that. Takes it, just checks his stride a little bit, make sure he's inside. Oh, hang on. Is his foot outside? I think. No, he's clean. That's outside the 30. What am I talking about? That's a fantastic kick. Got my lines wrong. But they've been trying for that. That's the 3rd time they've tried for it, for the early kick. And that's what they were looking for. Now, first opportunity for Huddersfield Giants.
It's amazing how one of these 40-20 kicks, suddenly enthusiasm oozes through the side, doesn't it?
Yeah, they've struggled to make yardage from their own 20. This now gives them the attacking platform.
Here they are now, just keeping number 10 there, Mason, out of the pack, driving the wedge down the middle. Here's one man who will drive a wedge, big
But just watch.
Powerful Earl Crabtree, the longest serving player. Takes 3 to put him down.
Yeah, and they're slowing him down. Look how slow this play the ball is.
He's got a try! Oh, Scott Moore is a two-third! Tremendous effort! Powerful running! Pounding right through! Huddersfield shock Warrington! 4-0 in the lead, and Scott Moore has only recently joined Huddersfield from Windus, the first scorer. Wonderful effort! And it all came from that 40-20, Jonathan.
Yeah, 40-20 first of all. Just watch the 30 metre. That is a fantastic kick. Clean strike, gives them field position. But just watch the angle. Filongo comes on and he has a presence of mind to offload. Just watch, beyond, great angle. Inside Atkins, he offloads. Scott Moore is there. He could have finished himself, I think. Bang! Momentum would have got him over. It's a great finish.
And what should be quite a comfortable kick for Danny Brough.
What?
It is no problems for that man, and despite being on the defensive, 6 points in the lead for Nathan Brown's side. What a start.
Good ball, Danny Brough. Atkins inside shoulder. Good support finish. And that's the start that Huddersfield Giants and Nathan Brown wanted.
Just less than 10 minutes gone in this League Challenge Cup semi-final.
I think, Ray, from the kick so far, wind is certainly favouring the Huddersfield Giants.
Well, certainly that was one mammoth 40-20, wasn't it? 59 years since the last Challenge Cup final triumph for Huddersfield. 59 years ago, and I must admit I was there with a schoolboy cap on. Huddersfield on the attack then again. Good tackling there from Benny Westwood. Brown, nice little chip over the top. Now, is he being held back? No, he's not. Says that rules a little bit of a doubt there. What do you think, Jonathan?
Well, they don't have to move out the way, Ray.
No. You don't have to run alongside him, holding him either. Hill. Harrison, nice offload there. Now then, a little bit of an overlap out wide, but Chris Hill driving himself. Trent Waterhouse, former Penrith Panthers player in the NRL down under. Harrison again. And already Tony Smith's on the walkie-talkie. Good high kick.
That's a little bit too far. A little bit too far.
Yeah. And Drix, the fullback, did well though.
Yeah,
Very well, he was under pressure.
This is where they got to work. Great tackle. Great tackle.
Good tackle there from number 19, Ratchford.
Good tackle, Irish. Yeah, watch it.
Rough again.
Early tackle.
Ooh, is that another one? No, good positional play there by Brett Hodgson. Belies his years, good footballer.
But they're kicking very early, Ray, but they're very difficult kicks.
Yeah.
You know, for Brough. Midfield in this 20-metre area, one more tackle and just makes the kick a little bit easier for him. Very, very difficult kick. Now they're under pressure once again.
Stuntman Brough, who is masterminding this in midfield.
Yeah, but as Yestin said, he's one of the best kickers in Super League, but it just makes it a little bit easier if they take it to the touchline.
Chris Riley there, number 2, one of the many academy lads developed by Warrington. Westwood crashing through, he's got support. Oh, he threw it anywhere, but it's picked up there by Greers. Back here now to Monaghan. A little bit of sloppy passing, but retrieved there. Bridge having a go himself. Good ball. Hodgson. Good ball again. Can he get it away? No, good tackle. Great tackle coming in there.
Yeah. Good defence.
Jermaine McGillivray coming in, picking the man off, but it's Warrington again. This time with Ratchford. Monaghan going up in the air again, pats it down. He's just got the ball.
Just got it out. No, has he?
Now what's he saying? Scrum down. Yeah, he's judging the knock on.
Well, he had to go for it. It's a good effort actually. Adam, just watch. That's a harsh call, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
It didn't look a knock on, did
No,
it?
both competing for the ball. And
Unless he's knocked on there. Jonathan. Aaron Murphy really having a battle with Joel Monaghan. Giving away quite a bit of height to the Australian for Warrington. 6 more tackles then for Warrington. Here is Atkins. Chance for Riley. Out wide. Oh, he doesn't want Bunga. He's Bunga in touch.
Wow. Great defence by Huddersfield, but poor play by Warrington. First tackle. Just watch, runs into touch. He's got to go to ground. He's got to go inside, go to ground. Great cover.
He knows immediately he's touched, doesn't he? That he's in trouble.
But look at the work. Danny Brough made the cover tackle up and then helped to push Riley into touch. Scramble defence is very good by Huddersfield Giants so far. Warrington haven't really threatened their line, haven't created anything yet.
Head and ball then now to Huddersfield.
Big mistake.
Slip.
Yeah.
Play on, says referee Silverwood. Hodgson in possession.
Had a little look, didn't he? Had a little look.
Westwood, 10 metres out. Hyan. Lee Breers to Carver. Oh, can he get over? Yes, I think he has. Now then, the referee, I think, is looking for the double movement.
Well, he has been.
Well, somebody tapped his ankles there, but Cavell, he's been in fine form in his opening minutes, powering down the middle. Has he got this down in one movement?
He's not held, is he?
His shoulder touches his elbow touches the ground. It could be judged a double movement.
I think that, that's momentum, I think, as well. It's a great angle he comes on. Fantastic angle.
He does. He comes powering in, but watch that ball carrying. The ball touches the floor, his elbow is down.
He's not held though, Ray.
There's a man on him at the knees. It's going to be a controversial decision, this.
I don't know. It's a fun. If you run this at normal match speed, is it momentum? Look.
I'd give a try.
I would give a try as well.
But the ruling is, if you touch the ground with your ball carrying elbow and there is a man holding you or touching you, it's a double movement.
There's only one man who knows what the It's the call of the video ref.
It's the call of the video referee. It's Mr. Ian Smith. I would like to say yay or nay.
50% would say yes, 50% would say no, Ray.
Yeah.
But it comes down to one man, and that's the video referee. I think it's momentum. You have to give momentum. Playing at normal speed, and you'd see it's momentum.
Yeah. Probably have a look at that at normal speed and just see how it goes. Here he goes. He scrambles.
That's momentum. That's momentum.
Yeah. It does look differently when you slow it down. There it is at full speed again. He's scrambling it over.
That's a try. You know.
Now then, he's got hold of that ball, you see. There's 2 men on him. Does the movement stop there? This is a tricky one. Oh, he's so frustrated. He's so short. You see, he's down there. There's a man on top of him. His elbow has touched the floor with
From
the ball.
that angle, it's not a try. Because on the slow motion, it's...
Well, Mr. Smith has a difficult one with this. Whatever decision he gives, 50% will be violently against it. To me, it doesn't look a try. But I must confess, thankfully, I'm not the video referee. Here we are, we're coming to a decision now. Let's have a look at this. A try, benefit of the doubt. Yes, no. There is the benefit of the doubt which can be given to the attacking side. Mr. Smith has agonised on this. Tony Smith, the Warrington coach, isn't doing much agonising. He's quite content. But Wolf with the mascot is happy, and so is that man, I'm sure. A terrific effort by Carvel. Yeah. Gareth Carvel. Brett Hodgson, the kicker.
Yeah, and this will be locked up at 6 apiece. I have to say, Carvel and Chris Hill have made a big impact so far in this game. They have made very, very good yards.
Hodgson then to attempt to level the scores. He does. 6 apiece. And I think he'll be relieved after all those deliberations, Jonathan.
Here we go, we've seen once again. It's a great angle. Comes inside, and yeah, you got to give momentum.
All square. 6 apiece. 16.5 minutes almost gone.
Well taken, Rashford.
You could see the ball there, though, swirling in the breeze. It was like yesterday with Sam Tompkins on the 1 or 2 of those. Difficult to take.
Good chase as well. A very, very good kick-off by Huddersfield Giants. Good chase. Just watch.
He gets it well.
Oh yes, watch his tackle. Bang.
And we've got Damien down there. Any news, Damien?
Yes, I've got Luke George, Huddersfield Giants top scorer this season, misses out today due to concussion. What did you make of that controversial Carvel try, Luke?
It's one of those decisions, really. You know, it could have gone either way, and like he gave benefit of the doubt anyway. So it was one of those dubious calls, and unfortunately, you know, it went against us. We've just got to respond here in the right way.
What have you made of Huddersfield so far? It's been nip and tuck, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. It's been a close-knit game, you know, from the beginning. So you know, we've started really well, and we're in the game. So it's a real good start from us.
Thanks, Luke.
And back in play, the penalty there. Warrington had the bulk of the possession.
Yeah, didn't play it properly.
Not playing that ball correctly. Warrington had the bulk of possession, over 64% possession, yet it's still level scores, 6 apiece.
That's what angers the coaches, isn't it, when you give plenty away when you're in possession.
Crabtree. Thought he was looking to offload them, but that's good tackling. Good ball here again. Bruff to Griggs. All right, good running here now. Can he get over? Warrington are holding him up. Leroy Cudjoe.
I'll tell you what, that's good feat by Cudjoe.
Very good. He's powerful. He's just been handed a 5-year contract by the Giants. Ball having to be played on the 10-metre line when the player is held up over the line in the in-goal area. All Huddersfield at the moment. Kevin Brown. Back inside to Michael Lawrence. Playing it loose forward today, not number 2 on the wing. As his number said, nice little chip kick. Riley's underneath it, takes it. No, he doesn't.
Just have a look at the challenge.
Could be a drop out.
Just have a look at the challenge.
See who gets the hand to it. It's a very good tactic. Riley isn't the tallest of wingers. Yeah, comes off Riley.
Comes off Riley.
I'll tell you what, but Cudjoe stole the jump on him. He gets in front of him. Great effort by Riley.
Riley will be giving away about 5 or 6 inches in height easily. Just needs a good kick here now from Breers, but is kicking against the breeze. think. Yeah, but I think we can see that.
Yeah,
good pick-up.
He says, you know, the wind is definitely strong.
Go, 1.
3 again.
2.
Powering in.
Back. Go, good. 2.
Kevin Brown. Brown again. Oh, that's a bad mistake. Lee Gilmore.
Gilmore's complaining there's a steal there. 2 men in the tackle.
Hill.
Fired up now, Huddersfield.
They certainly are. They're moving in. They're tackling well. They're restricting Warrington, aren't they, over that 10-metre gap.
Good defence now. It's a real semi-final.
Mickey High, good running. That's good play from Mickey High. He's getting the Huddersfield forwards in the middle. He's making them to there. Good running 2 again there by Chris Bridge. 2 very good sets there. Hodgson. Check out again. He's got support alongside him. He's got players. Oh, he's going.
That's good defence though, Ray.
Terrific defence.
Good communication in defence.
But still Warrington.
Numbers.
They've got an overlap on this outside. Rashford. Oh, that was knocked back down. Surely that could be another set of 6, is it? No, it's given a turnover. Good defence there from Huddersfield. They really were in trouble.
Tremendous set of 6 there. What Huddersfield.
10.
Huddersfield, great defence early on that set. Then 2 quick play the ball, gave them the opportunity, and another great angle by Carvel.
First. Move! Gareth White. Go.
Yeah,
He comes in.
didn't play it, did he?
No, he didn't. No.
2. Move! Go, good.
And have we got Yestin down there?
Yeah, just looking at this game, Warrington are extremely dominant. The way they're playing at the moment, they're playing with a lot of flair and really testing the Huddersfield defence. And Huddersfield aren't quite playing with any consistency. They're very one out in and around the rock, not taking a lot of.
Here's Huddersfield now, coming away. Tremendous run out wide. Oh, will he make it? No! David Fireman just couldn't make it. But terrific coming back there. Rashford in particular racing back, seeing what looked to be a possible certain try, and Huddersfield put Warrington on the rack. As Yestin said, Warrington having all the possession, having the territory, but still can't get over the line, and Huddersfield challenge them in runs like this.
Well, another good break.
Okay.
But what great defence again.
Okay, ball in. Out! Push. Move!
Huddersfield
Back, lads, wait. Go, 1.
make that one interchange.
Hold! Move! 2. Go.
Westwood looking at half-back, gets it to Ben Harrison. Hodgson.
2.
But Huddersfield coming in very, very quickly off that line. Now then, good play down that left-hand side. Hodgson.
4. Move, Danny! Go, 4.
Hill. Carvel and Hill getting through a lot of work, been on the field 23 minutes now. It's obvious Tony Smith wants possibly a good half hour out of them in the opening section. Good eye ball, knocked on by Griggs. Again, swirling in the wind. That puts the pressure on the Giants now.
That's what you have to do, Ray. You know, on the last tackle, make it difficult for the opposition. Swirling kick. Griggs doesn't get to it.
Scott Griggs, who captained Ireland in the 2008 World Cup. Again, developing well over there across the Irish Sea. The Summer League already underway. As the ball here now gets it to Atkins. Can he get over? Yes, he will! But he's got it down!
Yes.
I think Ryan Atkins has got the ball down. So does Mr. Silverwood. And after that mistake under the high ball by Griggs, Warrington in possession finally take the lead. Try for Ryan Atkins. 10-6.
That's a great strike rate, isn't it? 63 from 82 games. You know, you try and isolate him one-on-one. Here's the mistake, a very difficult take, you know, for Griggs. But then from the scrum, just watch, from behind. There we are, the dummy run and the ball behind. They just isolate one-on-one. I think it's Kevin Brown. And he's just too big, too strong. There we are, Kevin Brown watches a little bit. Great strength, that's a very, very good finish.
And Brett Hodgson. Any number of kickers in this Warrington side. Lee Breer's got a great record. Tony Smith content to have Hodgson kicking the goals, and so he should be, because he really is a top kicker. 180 goals in his career with Warrington. A tricky one with this stiff breeze swirling around those posts. Where should he aim this for, Jonathan? You've kicked a few from this. To the far post?
No, the inside post he's got to aim now, right? It's very difficult to judge which way the wind is going. I think it's into his face. So with the curve, you should aim it to the right-hand post as he's aiming, and then just curl it round a little bit.
Right-hand post then.
There you go.
Oh, you're right, he has done. Oh, tremendous kick by Hodgson, and well read, Jonathan. I must confess, I've never kicked a goal in my life. Tremendous effort. So,
there we are.
Warrington in the lead.
Just watch this, right?
12-6 thanks to this.
Gets on the outside of him, he's too powerful. They isolate him one-on-one with Brown. Good finish. There's the conversion. There you go, Morley on now, and also this man, Monaghan. He's a very good player, this kid is.
Straight away, Michael Monaghan, who again has been out for some time with injury this season, just been playing himself back in the last couple of weeks, but straight into his position there at acting half-back. Very, very tricky. Morley on for Carvel. Tremendous work by Carvel in that opening second, and likewise Mickey Hyam. Again, good tackling there by Danny Brough. Forcing Warrington back. Breers to Westwood, checking the simple route, gets a good ball. Oh, beautiful pass to Rashford. This is stuck now. Adrian Morley powering down the middle. Breers.
Here we go again.
Testing again. What's anybody again? Monaghan's got it. Has he scored? Yes, he has. Although I think we'll be looking for an infringement. Is he offside?
It's not sure they're offside.
Onside, that's what he's asking.
That's what he's looking.
And again, just put it up in the air. It's a 50-50 opportunity.
Make sure we get a first name.
All onside.
Certainly Monaghan is. Let's see if does anybody interfere. I don't. Oh, who does it come off? Does it come off then, Harrison? No, it doesn't. It just bounces, doesn't it? If anything, it just touches Griggs' underarm.
Yeah, I think that's a try. Unfortunate for the Giants.
Yeah.
Don't collect the ball, he scores.
An unfortunate bounce, wasn't it?
Well, you put it in the air, it's very difficult to catch. simple as the wind as it is.
Yeah, try for Joel Monaghan. His 50th try in 47 games for Warrington. 50th try. His 20th of the season.
I think Huddersfield will be slightly disappointed. You know, they've been in this game and then 2 kicks, 2 up and unders and 2 tries.
Now then, according to Mr. Davis, I should be aiming at the near side right-hand post.
Curl it in.
And curl it in. So we'll ask Hodgson, will he be doing that again? He's 20 metres out. He's about 10 in from this near side touchline. Steadies himself. And it looks another good one. It is straight in, albeit this time at the far post, but it counts the same. 2 more points, and suddenly, from 6-0 down and 6 apiece, Warrington surge out to 18 points to 6.
And again, haven't really created anything, but on the last tackle, just put it in the air. The elements make it difficult to defend, and the bounce favours Warrington.
Ratchford, Adrian Morley getting to a lot of work. Another veteran at 35 years of age, but still as hard and tough and with just as eager work rate. Young Hill and Damien down there again.
Yes, the Warrington half-back Richie Myler is with me. Richie, those last 2 tries, I guess, have shown the importance of getting the kicking game right in these swirling conditions.
Well, yeah, definitely. Obviously, Huddersfield come out very early and showed the game plan they was going to do, and playing behind Bruffy's kicking game. They started off very well, obviously, the early 40-20, and then they managed to get over the line. But obviously, with Brazy and that, they've started to turn the tide now a little bit, and obviously the points are coming.
Thanks, Richie.
Breers piling that pressure on, and Huddersfield really having some problems in this win. Jermaine McGilvery.
I think a clumsy tackle, high tackle there. He's very lucky to get away with that, actually.
Actually, he may want to have a word with him.
There's a knock.
Here we go.
First of all, knock on, and there's a high shot.
It is.
What are your views, Yestin?
We're talking about the kicking game of Lee Breers, and yes, he's causing them all sorts of problems with them high bombs. But what's probably more crucial is the territory that the Warrington team are making, which is meaning that Lee Breers is always able to kick in the attacking area of the field, which causes problems for the Huddersfield team. We all know about the abilities of Danny Brough with the kicking game, but he's continually kicking from his own half, can't put any pressure on the Warrington team, hence Warrington in front on the score sheet.
Yeah, and that's due to the good work of the front row, I think, Yestin. As I said, Hill and Carvel have made a huge impact, and now, they're carrying on with Morley. It's a lot easier when you've got good field position, right?
Certainly have. They've got a very big squad and a good lineup of forwards. Paul Wood and Tyrone McCarthy, 2 very strong runners still to come on for
It'll be
Warrington.
interesting to see the character now of this Huddersfield side, because they haven't been going well lately. I think they've lost the last 7 games.
Well, here's one man who can liven things up. Number 9, Luke Robinson, very tricky player.
Yeah, but this is not a Super League game. This is a one-off game, and they have to respond.
Now then, can Huddersfield respond here? Just 9 minutes remaining in this half. They trail by 18 points to 6 after an excellent 6-0 start. Good running there from David Falungo. On the last tackle, Robinson to Brown. Nice little chip over the top. Hodgson's there. Ooh, he has to knock it away.
Yeah, good kick.
Good
once
kick.
again.
Aaron Murphy was there or thereabouts.
Lovely floated kick. Murphy nearly gets to it.
You can never judge how a rugby ball will bounce. I think Hodgson thought he was going to run onto that comfortably. Well, drop out underneath the post. Probably by Lee Breers. Huddersfield will need to make something of this set of 6. They need to keep this pressure on this line prior to half time. Earl Crabtree. Nice offload, back to Crabtree. Looking for Lawrence, keeps it himself. Good run. She had a little bit of weight recently, has Earl, and is really getting about the field. Robinson, nice darting run. This is pressure on Warrington now. Points before half time would really be valuable for Huddersfield. 3 metres from that line. Robinson again to Brown. Brown trying to force his way through. I don't think he's got the weight. Ball is in touch. Tremendous effort from Warrington.
Yeah, they held him and just drove him towards the touchline.
Now, when you look at that though, Jonathan, this year we've had some rulings whereby the referee has shouted hell and blown the whistle and brought them back. It's all at the referee's discretion, isn't it? It's a little bit too much at the referee's discretion, I think.
A little bit.
You see, this is a long while pushing him in, still pushing him in.
And referees...
Now, I've seen referees blow up before then and pull it back.
But sometimes when they go towards the touchline, I never see them blow up. Right, when they go in parallel to the touchline, he says blow up. When they go towards the touchline, I don't think I've seen one.
Oh, I have.
Move! Backwards.
Chris Riley.
Move!
Warrington just content to settle down, hold this ball. Paul Wood, he'll do that. Great workhorse, just about to start into his testimonial season here at Warrington. Benny Westwood. Oh! No need to try to offload that. Oh, he didn't do it.
He's lucky, he did try.
He got it back again.
Regained it,
Well, difficult to see. He may not have released it.
I think he did look.
Oh, he did, and he came back. I think the referee missed that. Anyway, it's still Warrington in possession. Paul Wood again, down the middle. Gets a good ball. Here is Hodgson. Now then, good tackle. Just didn't have the legs to go round the man. But it's set Warrington on the attack again. They've got an overlap out wide on the left. They take it to the right. Breers. On the last tackle. Michael Monaghan.
Numbers.
Long ball. Well, he had to try to.
Offside though. They were short on the blind side. They had to rush up.
Morley charging in. Trying to suck forwards in there around him and then create space out wide here now. Breers looking for a good run. No. I think Westwood went a little bit too early there for him.
Yeah.
Chris Bridge. Monaghan. Good ball out here now. Waterhouse. Powerful runner out wide on the left.
Well, they're working overtime now, aren't they? The Huddersfield defence, especially on that right side.
Warrington stretching them from one side to the other. Wood again to Hodgson. Good ball to Westwood. No, good tackle. Griggs well in there. Had to go high on him, stop him from getting over.
Yeah, and Brown.
Good tackle, good defence from Huddersfield.
Very, very good defence because they've been under the cosh, they've scrambled.
Great spirit.
But I think, as Yestin said, Danny Brough has kicked from distance and the wind has been with them, so You know, they're struggling to make the hard yardage outside of their own 20-metre area. And in the second half against the wind, they'll find it a little bit tougher.
Good running there, though, from Huddersfield. Can they gain something despite that first half possession? Just look at that territory, 62% for Warrington. Nice little burst there from Robinson, but needed some support. Rough to Brown. Good ball, knocked down that from the other centre six. Surely play on, said the referee. Right, pass. No need to pass the ball. Another set of six available.
You just see it. Luck now, certainly with Warrington.
Monaghan. John Monaghan, former Sydney Roosters in Australia and Canberra Raiders. Paul Wood taking over the role of Carvel in that opening 23-24 minutes here, that first receiver.
And they'll be happy to go in half-time.
Very much
12
so.
points behind Huddersfield they are under the course.
Breers. Hodgson, good ball.
That's very good defence again. Both players going in.
Very good tackle by Aaron Murphy.
He followed Brown in.
Little chip. Oh. Well, I think Huddersfield deserved that for the persistence there. Some tremendous effort in defence.
Yeah, very much so. I think Jacob Fairbank is taking a knock there to the shoulder.
Crabtree.
This is where you need their forwards now really taking it in.
Well, you need a man at first receiver, don't you? They'll be tired because they've been on defence for so long. Will Huddersfield?
That's a good effort.
They were top of the Super League prior to the quarter-finals, but dramatic loss of form saw them move down to 7th position at the moment, but playing strongly now. Robinson. Rough.
That's a good kick.
That is a good kick. Oh, that's a good take. That's a good take by Chris Riley.
Didn't take his eyes off the ball.
That's a penalty. Well, I wondered what Leroy Cudjoe was doing there.
Yeah, it's a great take.
It's a good take, but look, he picks him up, holds him, stops him.
Gets thrown, gets in the way from not square. Well, take a pick.
And the result, a penalty, and you're back in your own half.
Yeah, no, it's field position.
Move! Back, lads. Go.
60 seconds remaining. Warrington with possibly a final set of 6 in this half. For the Wolves. Westwood.
Good. Move! And wait. Go, good.
Paul Wood.
Move! Luke! Go, 4.
Lan Patrick put some good tackling in. Well picked up.
Well, that'll be it now. Up your jumper and wait for the half-time whistle. That's what they've got to do, Huddersfield. They've taken a battering the last 20 minutes of this half.
Stand up!
And they'll be happy with the defence because it hasn't really been...
Oh no, it's not cracked completely, has it?
Carvel breached it and then 2 kicks. So Nathan Brown will say, look, defence is going well, but we need field position.
In the modern game, Huddersfield very, very much still in this match. Hodgson picks it up. An interesting battle. Warrington with the territorial and the possession advantage and with the points advantage. Tries from Carvel, Atkins and Monaghan. 3 goals from Hodgson, and in reply, just the Scott Moore try and the Danny Brough conversion. 18 points to 6 then for Warrington at half-time.
Well, it was a tight start, but Warrington had the early possession until Danny Brough with this 40-20 gave great advantage for Huddersfield. David Farlago offloaded, Scott Moore with the score. 6-0 Huddersfield led. Gareth Carvel, though, left Giants floundering as he scrambled over the line. The video ref took his time. A judge, to give benefit of the doubt, gave the try. It was 6-all. End-to-end stuff, though. Warrington with the advantage, with the possession as well. Ryan Atkins took 2 men with him there. And then the high kick, the mistake from Scott Griggs, and a try for Joel Monaghan, all of which means that Warrington leads by 18 points to 6 at half-time. Let's go down to the side of the pitch with Damien and Iestyn.
Yes, Claire, Warrington in the ascendancy at half-time, 18-6. Iestyn, if you were the Huddersfield coach, what would you be saying to your players? Because they're still in it.
Yeah, they are still in it, and I think it's really important this night to do a little bit more with the ball in hand. They're very, very conservative coming out of their own try line. They get a lot of outside backs in the dummy half area, getting some runs out of there and making it quite comfortable for the Warrington defence. And that's the reason why Warrington have got so much energy when they get ball in hand. I think if Huddersfield can start playing a little bit more with ball in hand in that end of the field, test the Warrington defence, will take some energy out of them, will allow them to be a little bit better defensively.
How important has the kicking game been in these swirly conditions? I guess the players, this is a new stadium, but people are getting used to the conditions here now.
Yeah, it's been absolutely crucial. We've seen a couple of errors from the Huddersfield back three from the Lee Breers kicking game, but I think that's probably because Lee Breers is kicking the ball in the right area of the field. Because they're so dominant with the ball in hand, they're getting a lot of offloads, testing the Huddersfield team. So when they're kicking the ball, they're kicking in that right area. Danny Bruff's kicking from a long way out and not being able to put the pressure on this Warrington back three. And I think if Huddersfield can play, like I said, with the ball in hand, they'll get a chance to kick some more possession down that end of the field.
But Warrington must surely think they're within sight now of a third Wembley appearance in 4.
Well, I think Warrington will be talking half-time about a really big start in the first 10 minutes of this second half. If they can start big and keep the intensity high, then this game's going to slip away from the Huddersfield side. But I'm sure Huddersfield will be talking about the same thing and about a real cracking start in the second half.
Thanks, Iestyn.
Well, let's have a look at the statistics from the first half and see if they can tell us a tale. Brian Noble and Ian Millward alongside me. Look at those dummy half runs, 10 for Warrington and only 4 for Huddersfield.
Well, I think a big one is total possession. We talk about possession in rugby league. We like to get 50-50. Have a look at the split there, 41%. I think the bigger thing also is the amount of offloads. They've been very threatening. They look very bullish one-on-one. They haven't been able to dominate it one-on-one. And obviously they've made some more tackles. Some telling signs, and Danny Bruff's kicking game is going to be vital this half for them to make them come off their line, Warrington.
Well, the stats are just another clear indication of what Ian's saying. The dominance of Warrington around the middle. They're pounding up the middle. They're getting quick play of the balls, which is enabling them to run from dummy half. That's why I see stats in that favour of Warrington. And the possession obviously allows them to kick off the front foot, and Lee Breers is having a field day. The 2 big spiral bombs he's put up have been on the back of him being on the front foot, so he can do what he wants to do with the ball.
Just on that, Claire, too, they've made 300 more metres, Warrington. That's a lot of metres in a game. Extremely a lot of metres. And because they've been a lot more direct and forward. And even here now, I think Tony Smith's probably talking about, he says, listen...
Is he not talking about dancing there?
No, well, I think that's the Australian dance. We practice that us Aussies. It's our national dance. We're getting ready for the Olympics, see? But can I just say with Tony there, he's talking about they're still very lateral. They're very lateral, Huddersfield. What we mean by lateral, they want to shift to the first receiver from the play of the ball to the second receiver, Brown. And he's still talking to them about, listen, don't go sideways. We still need you to come square. Because I think it's probably surprised them. The big talk was going to be direct Huddersfield forwards. They're still too lateral.
He'll also be trying to reinforce the balance in his team, because we've seen a couple of errors from Warrington when they've tried to promote the ball too much. They're having fabulous success at the middle with wins and runs from dummy half and with short pass plays. But then they got a little bit giddy. They tried to force the pass a little bit too many times on the pass, a couple of balls on the floor, and put Huddersfield back in the game.
It's windy out there on the pitch. It's windy up here as well, so papers flying all over the place. But let's have a look at the start of Huddersfield, because the 40-20 from Danny Bruff was absolutely perfect here, and that gave them the territory that they just couldn't get on their legs.
Well, it's interesting. We're not sure which way the breeze is going. It seems to be going sideways. This is what we talk about being direct. It goes to Falago. Now, they square up the ball player, Bruff. He squares it. Now, Falago gets a one-on-one. That's what they're trying to look for, and his anticipation offload to Scott Moore back on the inside. Hookers should always push up back on the inside. They've tried to isolate the half there, which they have. And this is where we got excited, probably said, they're going to be square and direct, and they're going to bend them back around the ruck area. But unfortunately, they've drifted too much sideways. The team that's won the ruck area is Warrington. Their forwards have been a lot more dominant going forward.
And it was after that first try, all Warrington, Brian.
They got on the front foot, didn't they? And Lee Breers had a brilliant kicking half. He puts some of these what we call spiral bombs. That means they go as high as they possibly can in the air, and they move laterally. So if you're a fullback, it's a tough job now trying to catch one of those things. And it put Warrington on the front foot. and they've pretty much stayed there for the rest of the half, apart from a couple of breaks from Huddersfield, so they'll be pleased with that.
Physical presence is important as well, though, and Gareth Carvell here, I mean, the power that gets him over and the determination to keep scrambling towards the line.
Well, he picked his hole. He picked a gap between two players. He came back against the grain, as we say, in between Cudjoe and kept going, his momentum, and the referee adjudicates the benefit of the doubt. He got the ball over the line. Great scramble there, he's on his knees, the line's nearly there, and he puts it over the line, and the video referee adjudicated that was momentum, and he kept going.
He's had a very good half, Gareth Carvell. Now let's have a look at the kicks then. You were talking about them, how important they are. The next two tries both came from decent kicks, the high kicks, and Paul Griggs there on the end of them.
Do you know, it's really interesting. Every error they've come up with in this situation, so they've conceded a try after the next one. The interesting part about this, that's Ryan Atkins, their left centre. He's come over to the right-hand side. Brown does everything right. They understand, they push off, but he tries to use his right shoulder instead of his left shoulder. And because of that, he makes a simple one-on-one. They have numbered up very good. Here, Atkins, his presence. Don't forget, left centre over on the right side. Well constructed.
There you go. Here's another of those things that you don't want to catch, and to be fair, he wasn't within 3 metres of that. And 3 white shirts. All you can ask on a kick on an offensive team is that you get more white shirts in the frame than Huddersfield coloured jerseys, and they did that, and it was an easy score for Monaghan, but young Griggs had no opportunity to catch that. He was nowhere near it.
So what does Nathan Brown say to the host Huddersfield players? I mean, you could say they've been a bit unlucky there with a few of those spiral bombs, or how on earth do you deal with them in the second half?
Well, I think they defended pretty well. They've had a couple of goals towards the back end on their own line, and he'll be reinforcing the fact that, listen, we're okay. We've got to get more numbers in the frame on kicks, but we haven't looked that bad in attack. We're just going to give ourselves more opportunity. We've got to slow down the ruck of Warrington and get in the arm wrestle in and around the middle. Be a little bit more direct the way we started the game, and actually go up the fringes of Warrington. They've shown with Fire Longo on the fringes and Gilmore on the fingers, they can punch holes in the middle of the Warrington defence as well.
Look, I'll just sort of reiterate there a little bit there. You know, I reckon they're talking about playing a little bit shorter around the ruck too, because I just seen that when Robertson come on, their game changed a lot more. I thought they were a lot more direct then. The other thing was Fayumu. If they could keep Fayumu on, he's got the best left foot step in the game and offload. And if they can target that area, Earl Crabtree, he's played a full half. Am I correct to say he's played a first 40 minutes, which is an outstanding feat. I thought defensively there, Brian, teams get confidence in defence, and I thought they got confidence in the last 15 minutes, Hull.
As the game rolled on, they got more and more confident, and they're going to need Fayumu because Warrington will tire a little bit. So if they do, they'll need somebody like that with his left foot step and then his left foot step. Very good. Robinson probing in around there. Danny Brough getting into dummy half maybe and probing in and around the ruck will open up the fringes for Huddersfield.
We could see there as Tony Smith was talking to his players, Gareth Carvell was just over his left shoulder. Let's have a look at some of the breaks that he has made.
He's caused some problems, hasn't he? He's a big fine thing, a big strong thing, and that's great timing onto the ball. And should he pass here? He's probably done quite well there. You know, he's taking the tackle, and they nearly scored on the next play.
Yeah, look at this shift here. They shifted, they anticipate back in the inside, and this is where I thought they could have got right back in the game here. Execution we talked about in the big semi-final games, that's the difference. He needs to control the ball there. But it's interesting on the Carvell one. Carvell got on Scott Moore, a hooker against a big front rower, and that's the difference at this level, is isolating a smaller bloke on a bigger bloke, and that's practice, and that's well executed.
A really good atmosphere as well here, and I would say the dominant fans are most definitely the Warrington fans, almost 60-40, and Warrington now feeling that they are the ones very much in the driving seat. They must be feeling they've got at least 1 or 2 or 3 steps closer to Wembley, and the final of course is on the 25th of August. It is 41 days away, and if you want to be there, and if you've never been to a Challenge Cup final before, I would urge you, this is one of the great sporting days out. Come to Wembley on the 25th of August. This is the number if you want to buy tickets, 0844 856 1113. That's on the 25th of August. Of course, earlier today you were watching the Scottish Open. Jeev Milker Singh won that. Phil Mickelson played well, and he's one of the favourites for the Open. Coverage starts on Thursday on BBC Two and also on BBC Radio 5 Live, and there's a preview programme there as well. And then on BBC Two we'll be at the King George, live from Ascot on Saturday. St Nicholas Abbey is the favourite for that. Last year's winner Nathaniel could also be in the lineup, and also Michael Owen's horse, Brown Panther. And after that, we have this.
Olympic Games. Wherever you are, never miss a moment with the BBC. Starting on the 27th of July.
It will be epic. Back here at Salford, players coming out, and it's still very swirly conditions, fighting for the right to join Leeds Rhinos in the final of the Challenge Cup. And news out today that Leeds have announced they've agreed with Bradford to donate all proceeds from tickets sold to visiting fans for next Friday's Super League derby at Headingley back to Bradford Bulls. They're trying to do what they can to help out Bradford Bulls in their financial trials at the moment. And July 27th, well, big day for the BBC and for the Olympics, but also for Bradford, because they need to find the money and the new owners by then. Lots of tweets coming in about whether that should have been a try or not given a try, the Gareth Carvell try that took so long for the video ref, and not surprisingly split 50-50 among those watching. But an awful lot of people asking Jonathan Davies how he broke both his arms, and I feel a bit bad because I maybe shouldn't have said it on air, Jiffy, and I apologise for that. But if you want to tell everyone how you broke your arms, then you can, because Jonathan is alongside Ray French for commentary on this second half. Warrington against Huddersfield, Warrington in the driving seat.
Well, I can tell you, Claire, he's having no trouble picking this microphone up, but Jonathan, it was a fall off your bike, wasn't it? A two-wheeler or a three-wheeler?
I'm doing a big charity bike ride for a cancer hospital. I'm president of a cancer charity, and while practicing I fell off my bike and fractured both my arms. So fun and games.
Well, let's hope you're fit for the eventual ride.
I'll be all right, Ray.
Back in action, and two very animated coaches in those dressing rooms. Lots to say, but which set of players will carry out those instructions? The next 40 minutes will tell us.
As we saw by the stats, Ray, the total meters, 700 or 400, possession and territory. I just feel that the Huddersfield forwards have got to make those yards, because I think against the wind slightly this half, they've got to make the position a lot easier for the kicking game and Danny Brough.
Number 15, Lan Patrick there, showing the way with a direct run, and good kick there from Kevin Brown. Not a 40-20, but at least it puts Huddersfield down into that Warrington half. That's where they've got to be. That's where they've got to camp out.
Well, I think that's the best set they've had, really. Good yardage. He was kicking near the halfway line, and it wasn't Brough this time, but Brown put the kick in.
Monaghan coming in nicely there off that right wing.
And here they go again. Just watch the Warrington forward, just winning the collision. Once the collision is made, they just make that extra couple of yards.
And straight away, two play the balls, and they're almost in the Huddersfield half.
Yeah.
Westwood can't get him down. Monaghan, Wood again. Getting through an awful lot of work up there is Paul Wood. Breers testing again. Taken well.
Good take.
And good running. Very confident play there by Jermaine McGilvery.
McGilvery did very, very well.
Huddersfield need time with this ball. Brown to Gilmore. Not seen a lot of the play on that left-hand side. Gilmore and Aaron Murphy.
Well, they haven't really had a lot of possession.
The ball hasn't gone to them.
No.
That's not their problem, not their fault. Brough again. Crabtree. Warrington keeping a very close eye on this man down the middle.
I think that also Warrington boys are taking it really on the line, on flat balls, whereas they're a lot deeper, so it's a lot harder to make those yards. An overlap here.
Another set of six as Gilmore, he's got an overlap out wide, he's gone back inside.
Desperate tackle by Chris Bridge.
Chris Bridge now then. Huddersfield on the attack, moving it at pace. Danny Brough to Brown. Well, he had to hold in a sense. Two men coming on Cudjoe there very quickly. Brough again. Sends Crabtree towards the post. Looking to break through. Doesn't. 10 metres out. Nice little slip behind. There's that. And Patrick again. 2 metres short. This is better from Huddersfield. Good ball. Liam Robinson's going himself. Has he got it down?
No, I think
he's held up.
And the last tackle as well. I think they overrun him a little bit there. He had no option to go on his own. Made a very good effort.
He's a chunky built lad. He's powerful with the upper body strength. Brough. Good take. Good Joe. Now then, can he get it down? Oh, they're under him again.
Yeah, again. He's having a good look.
He's checking the video referee.
Well, if he can't see it, the video ref can't see it. Let me tell you, he had the best spot in the house.
Yeah, but you never know. The camera can often do a good job that the referee can't. He thinks he's got it down. That's good, Joe.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. Everybody's on side.
Yep, on side. Great take again, Cudjoe. I'm very impressed with the taking that. Well, from that angle, no one can say they're all on side. But
just needs a backhand.
This is it. Great take. So athletic. Momentum is getting over the line. The line.
He's so powerful. Where is it? I can't see the ball, can you?
No, let's see where he is. He tries to turn his right hand shoulder. The ball is there.
Hodgson's in there, isn't he, underneath?
He doesn't put that down. Look at where the referee is. He's got the best position in the house.
He takes it. He towers. Gallant effort there from...
I think Hodgson gets his ball. He can't,
I can't see how you can give that.
There's the ball under his arm, right?
No, that's not got down.
Well, no one can see that. That's held up, unfortunately, for Huddersfield.
I think this will be no try. It is. Handover. It was a very good effort, though, and...
yeah, over the try line twice, right?
Yeah. Very disappointed Nathan Brown.
But no, a good defensive set now for Huddersfield.
Morley, Damien?
Yes, Ray, just a flavour of how the conversation went in the two respective dressing rooms at half-time. For Huddersfield, Nathan Brown, despite trailing 18-6, quite happy. Wants to see better ball retention by his players and the receiver coming onto the ball a bit more strongly when they're in attack. In Warrington's dressing room, Tony Smith wants his defence to spread out a bit more, cover the Huddersfield playmakers, Brough and Robinson, and that he expects will bring them a bit more joy.
B. Ratsford, nowhere to go down the left. Tony Smith and Nathan Brown, rivals today, but former teammates with the Sydney St George side back in the NRL in Australia. Breers. That's a pressure kick. Bouncing and bobbling there for that full back against Scott Griggs.
And this is where they've got to work hard again.
Well, this is where the Huddersfield side needs the forwards to be driving down the middle. They've got to be making 7-8 yards a time on each one of these.
I think so as well.
These play the balls, but they're not doing.
No, the two backs have done their job. There's no yardage there. Earl Crabtree is smashed.
Harrison pounding into the number 13, young man from Cumbria.
And that's the early kick again. That's a very good kick if they bounce.
Ooh, we got it.
But again, it's as Yestin said in the first half, look where he's kicking from. He's kicking from inside his 30. And Warrington now will get over the halfway again.
Atkins lost it.
Good tackle.
Good tackle again, that number 15.
And that's what you want.
Patrick, he's getting through a lot of work.
I think it's Robinson as well. Look at that. In the collision, a little man, he gets absolutely smashed, Robinson. But dislodges the ball. Great effort. Little man on a big man.
He is a hard lad.
It's just falling off. Just come away.
Huddersfield then showing some determination. Though trailing by 18 points to 6. This game far from over.
Go.
Crabtree
Not really coming from any depth there at all. Robinson, good ball, Brough. Good cover though by Warrington. 3 men to handle Leroy Cudjoe there.
4. Move! Onside here, wait Michael. Wait.
Good running. Brown. Griggs.
Good kick.
Good bounce and good timing by Hodgson there.
Good.
Monaghan again, a wingman, big enough to bring that ball away when a forward might be needed.
Yeah.
Third. Move, Luke! Hold. Go, third.
Oh, good hit.
4. Move! Onside, wait land, go.
Waterhouse.
Last. Move, Luke!
Here's the tackle. Boom.
Oh, the elbow just catches him. So
it did. Good catch again from McGilvery. And good running from the lad. Now he can't get down that wing. He's hemmed in. Chris Riley, to his credit, never left him. People queuing up there at the acting half-back position. Robinson and Danny Brough. Robinson again. Kevin Brown.
Well, they've certainly come out of play and they've picked up the intensity up in the second half. Huddersfield, they are keeping the ball a lot longer.
They are keeping the ball and they're running very, very strongly.
Yeah.
But they've not pierced this Warrington defence yet in midfield, have they?
No,
that's the problem.
And that's poor distribution, yeah. Fayumu, the pass is behind. Just watch, it's too far behind Danny Brough. Even if he drops it, it checks the whole movement. Poor execution there.
Well, I think he knows, Nathan Brown, that the forwards, they're not breaking through, are they? They're not getting through the line, and you have to do. You've got to have a forward who can get through and a couple of half-backs following either way. It's not happening.
No.
Out! First, move! Backlance, wait. Go, 1.
In fact, this first, 10 minutes of this second half, Jonathan, it's just been absolute stalemate.
Yeah, defence has picked up. You just feel that the next try is crucial, isn't it?
Number 21 there, Tyrone McCarthy coming on. Westwood, that's better. Wood again. But good defence around the play of the ball from both teams.
They're certainly quicker out of the blocks defensively, Huddersfield, closing the space down.
Bridge, Rashford, good long ball out to Riley. Can he take him on the outside? Clever little kick, but well judged there by Scott Griggs. Came across and read the situation.
Good defence. And again, this is where they struggle, Ray. This is where Mason is on now. Let's see him just charge onto this ball. Here he comes, I think.
Jacob Furbank there, a young man from the academies. And Aaron Murphy making good runs.
Move! Good Worley. Go.
Numbers.
Brown, they've got movement now out wide.
And that pass again.
Gilmore can't get away.
That pass was just behind Gilmore. If the pass was in front of him, he makes the gap.
But again, that was good covering across the field.
Here we are, just watch. If he doesn't have to check there, he hits the hole, it's a 2-on-1.
It's 2 to 3 yards.
Yeah, little mistakes are going to make all the difference.
It's 2 to 3 yards missed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Warrington now. McCarthy again.
Okay.
Another one from Ireland. Hodgson. Warrington, of course, quite content. They lead by 18 points to 6.
Yeah, and discipline's been good in the second half.
It has.
They haven't given easy yardage.
Monaghan. Waterhouse, Brough clinging tightly to him. Just look how they're clamping the ball. No chance of an offload on the final tackle.
This is going to go up again. Ratchford. Just a little bit too far, that.
That's a knock-on. But at least it wasn't a try. Westwood was very, very near.
Well, that's the difference, you know. As I mentioned, the pass earlier could have created a try for Gilmore on Huddersfield Giants. And then the next set of 6, there's a knock-on by Murphy, which he should have really taken. And now a great opportunity for Warrington. Small mistakes, such a big difference. Huddersfield could have scored a try. Now an opportunity for Warrington.
Difficult situation here now then for Huddersfield. Potentially a set of 6 here now for Warrington. 10 metres from the line. Can they break this defence? Bradford. Atkins. But again, good smother tackling there. Still 10 metres. Monaghan. Adrian Morley. Mr. Silverwood right on the spot there. Wood. All credit to this Huddersfield side. They're hanging in here. They may be trailing by 18 points to 6, but they're still knocking Warrington back. Oh, it's over! Monaghan, a little dummy, a little dash from the acting half-back.
I'm not sure if it's crossing you, Ray.
Might be crossing. But everything I said about Huddersfield and that defence possibly undone by the craftiness of Michael Monaghan at half-back. Just look at that. Yeah, I'm not so sure that could be a try.
No, not a try, because Morley takes, I think it's, I'm not sure who the defender is. Let's have a look. Oh, it's Mason, isn't it? He definitely infringes Mason. That is not a try.
So, another decision for Mr. Smith. No try, and I think the correct one this time.
Yeah,
a penalty
definite.
in defence. But in fact, Jonathan, that seemingly was the only way through this Huddersfield defence.
Yeah, but it's illegal, Ray. So.
Oh, it's illegal, I know. But if he hadn't crossed, he would have got through.
There you go, Yestin. What are your views?
Well, I think Huddersfield are coming into this game slightly, and just until we saw the error from Murphy, the back three of the Huddersfield team have started to catch the ball on the full, are starting to give the Huddersfield a little bit more territory, and they're chancing their arm a little bit with the ball in hand and really testing this Warrington defence. You can just feel them creeping back into this game. Warrington are really trying to kill them off, and they just will not go away, this team.
I think the introduction of this man Mason has made a considerable difference. He's one forward who really relishes it at first receiver. He takes it forward. Just over that halfway line. This is good running now. Warrington being tested. Oh, knock on.
He just feels little mistakes.
It is. And it just stops the momentum, doesn't it?
Yes. Just look as he rolls over. Oh, hang on to it.
Loses it.
Luke.
Michael, get a foot on the ball, Michael, when you play.
Very quickly spotting there by Mr. Silverwood.
I think it was.
Let's go.
Luke wasn't off there, but I wasn't sure.
Chris Bridge.
It was,
Again, 3 men into every tackle here with Huddersfield. Both sides know that this is the vital stage in this match. A trip to Wembley is on hand for one of them. At the moment, Warrington, 18-6 in the lead. And a high tackle.
Yep. Second man in.
Yep.
He's just, what's the point? You know.
I have to laugh at Morley. He's got arms wrapped around his neck and he just appeals to the referee so nonchalantly. That's Adrian Morley. He's seen a few high tackles in his time. He's given a few or two. Huddersfield then right back on the line. Can they hold out? Intense pressure here now coming from Warrington. Warrington looking for those points that might really set them on the way.
Yeah, poor play the ball
to
there.
Wembley. I think he did well not to knock on though.
Yeah.
Ratchford. Wood came up very flat, gets the ball away well to Breers. Good ball out wide. Good tackle.
Great defence.
Good tackle.
One in, all in. That's the way.
Murphy coming in well though. Still Breers.
Yeah, he's worked hard,
And
isn't he?
Wood still pounding away down the middle, taking it as many times as he can. Monaghan. Breers again. Good ball. Hodgson is in. Nobody out wide though. Gilmore had come in early. Murphy was left trapped between two men.
It had to give.
And Brent Hodgson. We said to watch out for this little man. 34 years of age, yet he's not lost the footballing skill. In there for a try.
He just run the whole, didn't he? He just run the whole right. You know, so much hard work defensively, and eventually it had to give. But it all came from mistakes, and this didn't need it. High tackle, give them the position. Just watch the dummy run first of all. Secondly, two dummy runs. First run was McCarthy. Just watch. McCarthy goes in, then it's Westwood. Sucks them in, sucks Kevin Brown in, and it's a walking day.
Brett Hodgson then looking for his fourth successful conversion. Leading point scorer against the Catalan Dragons in Warrington's quarter-final success. And already with 10 points to his name. Now 12. So Warrington ease out of a lot of hard work and a lot of resistance from the Giants with a try like this.
Just watch it, two dummy run there, and the hole just opens up for Brett Hodgson. He knows it. You know, and it was just a catalogue of errors. They've been very good. Very good kick.
Warrington fans in full voice at the moment.
What?
And this Warrington pack playing the game properly.
22 minutes.
Breers.
22 minutes left to play, Ray.
Still plenty of time.
But now they definitely need to score next.
Monaghan. McCarthy, good ball to Carmel. Lost it.
Lovely pass really by McCarthy. Wasn't ready for it.
And Carvel was coming into the gap just at the right time, but couldn't hold him. Huddersfield need to be on the score sheet within the next few minutes. Luke Robinson just having a word with his forwards. Kudjo, nice on the back flip, but no way through for McGilvery. Bricks. Good ball out wide. Here's a chance now. Oh, he's cut inside. Still going. Dale Ferguson. Gilmore lost it.
Yeah, a little look again, didn't he, Gilmore?
A little bit of an argument between Lee Breers and Gilmore off the field there. Just watch this. Oh, He was actually looking at Lee Breers, wasn't he, when he attempted to take the ball, took his eye off the ball, didn't he?
I don't think Lee Breers is going to smash him, is he? Not
behind him. Ratchford recovers.
Still putting the tackles in Huddersfield.
They certainly are. They've certainly put some tackles in.
Yeah.
117, I think, at the moment. 118 now.
But it's where they've had to make the tackles. That's the difference. All of their tackles have been in their own half, under pressure.
Carvel again. Been Warrington's most dangerous runner around the ruck area, especially in that opening session in the first half. Really opened up the Giants. Breers again. Oh, Brough, good play. Hasn't any support. Just get the feeling that this Huddersfield pack beginning to tire after all the heavy work they've had to do in midfield. Just needs somebody to inspire them. Robinson. Brown. Good angle, good running. This is better from Huddersfield now. Moving on to the ball. Mason. Brough.
Move! Yeah, David. Go on. Move, Jenny!
No way through for Monaghan this time. Well read there by Cudjoe. Good tackling again still. Moving in this Huddersfield side. David Fayumu and Luke Robinson. McCarthy. He's away. He's out on his own, unfortunately. Good tackle. Needed some support here. It's coming now. Carvel charging down the middle. Hodgson to Breers. Nice inside to Westwood. He's lost it. It's suddenly burst into life again as this game. 24 points to 6 for Warrington. 18 minutes remaining.
There's a few gaps opening up now, Ray. Some tired forwards out there.
People must be tired.
There's the break. Lovely step by McCarthy. No support. Good tackle, Griggs.
Brough. Good play at half back. Took it running, did Luke Robinson, but I'm afraid Huddersfield were well watched there. Brown.
Step again.
This is good play.
Move! Onside! No, go all the way. Wait, no.
Both sides testing each other's defences and defences being up to it.
Still felt there's an overlap there again. Should have put it through their hands.
Move! Go. Two.
And there we are, the final still to be decided. Leeds v Warrington and Huddersfield. Don't forget, tune in 2 o'clock, 25th of August, BBC One.
We might have had a bit of sunshine by then.
Breers at acting half back. Decides he'll just push the Warrington side a little nearer to that line.
Yeah, slowing it down.
It's psychological, isn't it? Huddersfield trotting back to that scrum, forming it very, very quickly, battling against time now, and they know how tired those legs are.
Yeah.
90 metres away from a try.
Good effort though, clock is important, isn't it?
Very good, very good. Tony Smith just explaining to Willie Poachy what was done right or wrong there. I think it was done right. Murphy.
Move! Go.
Two very good quick play the balls there by Murphy and Gilmore, making good ground, but the touch judge, Mr. Hicks, has intervened.
Yeah, high tackle, Lee Breers, and maybe dropping with the elbow.
There's been a little bit of grief between Lee Breers and Lee Gilmore on that left wing.
It has.
Come on.
Let's have a look at this, see if he drops with the elbow.
A possible opportunity for Huddersfield there.
Been a little niggle there, just watch. Comes in, swinging arm, just watch him drop with the elbow, just watch.
Yeah.
There's nothing really.
Nothing, no. I've seen more bothering around the house.
Yeah, but you know, the touch judges likes to get on television.
Offside. Huddersfield now testing Warrington around this play of the ball. They need to keep this going. Referee having a word with Breers, the skipper. Warrington don't need this niggling, Jonathan, do they?
No, the game is won with Warrington. Just want to play it slowly and surely.
Huddersfield with just 15 minutes remaining in which to haul themselves back in this game.
A try now for Huddersfield would really lift them a lot, as they've given everything, played a lot better in the second half, kept possession.
Brown. He's lost it. He's had the ball stolen off him. Ridge is racing, but just look at that forward goal. What a run by Earl Crabtree.
Great effort, Earl Crabtree.
Is he training for the Olympics or what?
Well, he'll have plaudits for that, but I'm telling you, Chris Bridge will have some stick for it as well.
I mentioned he'd lost some weight and he was far fitter, but goodness me, what a run. Tremendous effort, but here are Warrington coming on now. Ben Harrison battling, struggling through. It's end to end at the moment. 4 tackles remaining. Lee Breers to Westwood. Townsend again, good tackling. Huddersfield here battling for their dear lives in this tournament.
Yeah, numbers.
Ratchford. Oh, was he going to have a drop goal?
What?
Ben Harrison.
I think it is. I think no. Hodgson drop goal. Just watch. Breers or Hodgson. It's on.
Easy. It's there. Possibly not needed, but psychologically it hammers Huddersfield back into the ground for all their efforts in the last 9-10 minutes. That drop goal, only a point, possibly not needed, but psychologically it hits at the confidence of this Huddersfield side as they see that going over and they have to come back.
There's the break, loses the ball and Bridge is away. You won't be happy caught by a prop forward. Keep possession, a couple more tackles. Hodgson drops a goal.
Warrington head and ball, and all Nathan Brown can do in this stage now is shake his head.
Yeah.
13 minutes remaining. Warrington looking to be on their way to Wembley. And yes, Dean, we've got down there.
Yeah, you just really fear for Huddersfield now in this last 12-13 minutes. They've made too many errors with the ball in hand. I think for the last 6 sets they've had, they've probably dropped 4 of them and just give Warrington possession and allow them to kick on with this game. You just fear for them now. They look dejected, whereas Warrington have got the chest pumped up high and they look as though they got a few more points on them in my eyes.
And the Warrington fans here just roaring them on, all smiles, as Hill comes back on again. They've assembled a big pack with these interchanges.
But also, you know, the hookers as well, Hyan, Monaghan. They've got great strength in depth, O'Brien, Myler.
Carvel here now. But still, Huddersfield gallantly tackling. Breers, with a cross kick. Rashford's underneath it, but that was well taken.
Yeah, well read.
Yeah. And well played by Brough. Griggs. He's lost it again. Warrington come up with it. Just exactly what Yasin Harris was saying. Too many mistakes by the Huddersfield side.
Clearly offside.
They're all offside. Surely Warrington, I think, will go for the try.
I think
keep the pressure.
Go for the try now. What's the point? Just go for the try. Another 2 points won't make any difference, so go for the try.
No, but he's going for the goal.
There we are.
I just was stupid.
Well, probably. There he is, loses the ball again.
Well, he's carrying the ball in one hand, isn't he, trying to offload?
And there we see Kane running in from an offside position. The Warrington fans in celebratory mood already, thinking of that trip to Wembley in August. And Brett Hodgson to possibly accept another 2 points. There they are, 27-6 now for Warrington, and the game slipping away from the Huddersfield Giants.
Yeah, 10 minutes to go as well. It's the end of the road for Huddersfield Giants, I'm afraid. As Yestin said, too many mistakes, gave them field position. They took the opportunities, Warrington.
Yet a gallant effort from the Giants. They've had an awful lot of tackling to make. I just think so many mistakes have just let them down.
Yeah, crucial times in the match. They were still in there.
Monaghan. And Harrison, who's done so well driving that ball up, as of all these Warrington forwards, but real pressure around to play the ball on the Giants. Breers. Well taken by Griggs.
Nearly a 40-20 there as well.
No, he did well. He did well. That's it to Murphy.
Good effort, Hyam.
Mickey Hyam there. One or two of the Huddersfield forwards beginning to struggle a little bit in getting back. They've had a lot of work this afternoon.
Good. Move! Inside, wait. Go third.
Scott Moore. Crabtree.
Move! Man! Go. Pass. Move! Go.
Brown.
Outside.
Long kick downfield, but again, it just possession to Warrington here.
Didn't really need that to go into touch.
Warrington won't be too bothered whether they're in the 20-metre line or 10-metre area, as long as they've got the ball and as long as it's 27 points to 6, they'll play all day. And the din here from this Warrington crowd, deafening, ringing around this small but neat, compact new stadium.
I think Claire mentioned maybe a 60-40 Warrington crowd. I think it's more of an 80-20, I think.
It sounds it at the moment.
Yeah.
Move! Outside here, wait.
They've been hurt, the Huddersfield fans, but no.
See, Warrington just simply from that kick, absorbing time, coming away with the ball, first receiver, and another good run by him.
He is a
Chris, he's got a good future, I think.
He has.
This man as well has done so well. This is where Warrington have been so dominant, in the front row.
I think they have.
Move!
The last tackle. Danny Brough, who's tried so hard to get this Giant side running out wide. Brown.
They're not taking the line, are they? Just a little bit deep there.
Yeah.
Gilmore's been a threat.
But Warrington are safe and sound in their defence. They've not really been troubled, have they?
Not really.
An attempt at an offload there, again a mistake, time and time again. Have they made errors, Huddersfield? 13 errors to Warrington's 6 at the moment.
Big count. You see, Warrington don't really have to chase anything.
No, they just got to hold the ball.
Yeah.
6 minutes remaining, 27 points to 6 they lead. Perhaps looking for a few more now that they're within striking distance. Breers to Carvel, who must be a contender for the man of the match. He really has stormed down the middle, taken 2-3 Giants to put him down every time he's run. Good ball to Hire, a very experienced Wembley campaigner in the past. Breers. Oh, an interception. Kevin Brown.
You know he's quick.
Not that quick.
He's not going to go from there.
But that's good defence. Warrington getting back. They stopped 3 possible breaks there. These forwards must be really tiring now. They'll be waiting for that whistle. It's been a long, hard cut time. Oh, that's a knock on surely, but play on. Riley gets to it. And still Warrington are coming forward. Atkins. Good tackling there by Scott Moore. Monahan to Hill. Oh, Hill's broke away. Country's there. Good offload to Hire. This is a chance. Can he get it away? Yes, he knows to McCarthy. That's by McCarthy. Oh, he slipped.
I thought he was in.
But still the pressure on the Giants. To Morley. Breers again. Long ball out wide. Murphy coming in.
Good defence.
Still Breers. Still Huddersfield are holding up. They're not giving in. 10 metres. Wood. Good tackle. Just shot to the line. Breers. Oh, it's like basketball that couldn't be picked up there by Riley. Can he get away? Yes, he does. Oh, he's got it. Oh, good tackle by Danny Brough. Terrific tackle from behind. Still Warrington. I am going for the line. Gets it away. It's not bad. That's another set of 6. Surely Huddersfield can't keep out now. Rashford is in. And that's the killer try.
That is it.
Stephen Rashford leaps in the air. So do Warrington. They know. As if they didn't already. They are at Wembley. Great resilience from Huddersfield Giants. Never giving up, but just too much. And that man, Stephen Rashford, grabbing the try.
It was that set again. The extra set. There's the flip. And a bit of pandemonium for a minute. Bit of basketball. Riley, great chase by Brough, but then he gets away from him. On this occasion, Hyam goes for it. There's the 6, back to 6. Ratcher just goes, that's it. Tired defence, I'm scoring. Shorts down on his ankles. And then the offload once again. Good effort, Retchless. They're standing on their line, try. Right, I've got to pick my Carnegie man of the match, and I think the Warrington forwards done exceptionally well. Carvel and Hill, Paul Wood, they've laid the platform, but for me the outstanding individual and man of the match, Carnegie of the match, is the man who's taking the goal kick at the moment, Brett Hodgson.
Brett Hodgson strikes it between the posts. The primrose and blue flags behind are waving in the air. The Scouse are being held high, and Warrington at 33 points to 6 are on their way to Wembley. Warrington.
There's a finish once again.
Finishing with that. Ratchford, sheer determination and sheer delight on those fans' faces. And the man of the match, Brett Hodgson. And deservedly so.
Back, lads.
That's it, they'll play this set out.
Although I think he'll pay respects to the platform laid by the Warrington pack.
Yeah, they've been immense.
Warrington then maintaining their dominance over the Huddersfield Giants in the Challenge Cup. 79 years since the Giants last won a Challenge Cup round against the Giants. And not today. Warrington will move to Wembley in 6 weeks' time.
Move! Back! Wait! Go!
Morley.
Move!
Just content to play out these final seconds. Here to Breers. The long kick sends Huddersfield right back again. Aaron Murphy's underneath it.
Move!
Brown.
Move! Back!
Brown again.
Last tackle.
Warrington in, that was surely in the last tackle. No, it isn't, but this one will be down that left-hand side. Puts it out wide, not a good pass, it's in touch, but it's all over. Warrington, the winners, they will meet the Leeds Rhinos in a repeat of that 2010 Challenge Cup final. And Leeds, in terrific form against the Wigan yesterday, will seek revenge, Jonathan.
There'll be a great final once again. Leeds regain their confidence, and Warrington there once again. What a final we have.
33-6 today, and what an occasion to come.
(33-6) the final score. Warrington utterly dominant. Every time Huddersfield tried to come back to try and put pressure on them, they made a mistake, whether it was a drop pass or a knock on or a penalty conceded, and Warrington made the most of it. Only 2 tries in that second half, but that was all that was needed. A convincing performance. Brian Noble, Ian Millward with me. We'll hear from them in a second after we've heard from the winning coach, Tony Smith.
Tony Smith, congratulations into the Challenge Cup final again.
Yeah, fantastic. We're excited. Guys did a great job there today. I think Huddersfield came and gave us a game. That's the best they've played for a while, and they found the form that we thought they would and made us work hard. But all credit, we weren't going to be stopped today.
What was the key for you today? I think the kicking game was important. You can feel the swirling wind, should I say, as we stand here.
Yeah, it was good, very good, our kicking game, but I just thought our discipline overall was very good. Thought we chased hard and on all our kicks, and but defensively very, very good. Our good pack of forwards there. I thought our forwards were terrific through the middle, and it was tough for our opposition to handle our big set of forwards there today, but we'll have to reproduce that again at some stage again.
3 finals in 4 years. We spoke beforehand. This kind of makes you one of the great Challenge Cup teams, doesn't it?
They'll certainly go down in that sort of category, yeah, but, you know, first things first. We don't just want to get there. It's nice and exciting, but it's only when you get there and do the job that, you know, you can start to go down in history.
And now against another one of your former sides, Leeds at Wembley.
Yeah, and they're desperate for it, and we've seen that, and they keep giving themselves a chance, and they were terrific yesterday. You know, it was really a real shot in the arm for the club. They've had some criticism, but they proved a few people wrong. But you know, it'll be a good game between us. Two very exciting teams, like to play rugby league and like to play it in good spirit as well.
We look forward to the end of next month. Well done, Tony.
Thank you.
Brett Hodgson is the Carnegie man of the match. There you go, a nice bit of glassware for you. Brett, how does it feel to be back in the final again, this time as a Warrington player?
Yeah, it's great. You know, I still have fond memories of it back at Huddersfield, and it's just it's such a special place to play footy at. So to get another chance here with a great club, you know, I'm really looking forward to it, and already very thankful.
Full set today. You got a try, you got a drop goal, you got a number of kicks as well.
Yeah, no, it's good to get a couple over, especially in these blustery conditions. And yeah, but our forwards today were just absolutely exceptional. Against a big pack who they've been struggling for form of late, but they really stuck it to us today. And I can give credit to Huddersfield as well. I thought they put up a real good fight.
One of your former clubs, of course, and you still live in the area, don't you?
I do, yeah. As I said, I've still got some really good mates there at Huddersfield. You know, I'm good friends with Nathan, and you know, I feel for them. It's a tough position they're going through at the moment. So, you know, I'm sure they're not far from turning it around.
After losing in 2009, you must feel going to the final again, you've got unfinished business.
You know, we'll worry about that when we get there. It's still about 5 or 6 weeks away. And against the side, I thought Leeds were absolutely brilliant yesterday and deserved their spot in the final as well. So, you know, it's going to be a great occasion again, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well done, Brett. Carnegie man of the match. Well done.
Thanks, mate. I'll just say hello to Leeds, Christian and Scott at home. Love you guys.
Lee Breers is with us. Lee, you guys are making a habit of this Challenge Cup final appearances.
Yeah, well, when we first got the taste of it in 2009, we wanted more of it, and obviously we went back and did it in 2010. We were bitterly disappointed last year. We got beat by Wigan, we were a great side. Well, you can see how low we wanted to go back to Wembley, and now we've achieved that with a solid performance.
Just a word about your fans. I mean, it was like a home game here.
Never seemed to amaze me. They come in numbers everywhere we go, and we knew what was going to happen. We knew it was going to bring more fans in Huddersfield, and they outnumbered them probably 3-1 again. And it does help when you're struggling, you can't get your wind. People like them shouting, it makes a big, massive difference.
3 finals in 4 years. Is it fair to say that this is now one of the great Warrington teams, one of the great cup final teams?
Well, it will be if we put a performance in this year, and we won't get too far ahead of ourselves. We know it's going to be tough. Leeds are a fantastic side, played really well yesterday, and we're just looking forward to going there, and we're not going to make the numbers up.
Well done, Lee. Gareth Carvell is with us as well. Gareth, well done, congratulations in the final. I mean, how key was your disputed try to getting you back in the game?
Well, I'm not too sure. I thought the lads performed outstanding. You know, we really dug in there, showed a lot of grit and determination. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a massive start by Huddersfield. You know, they were always going to come out. You know, last week's performance against Castleford, we knew that we couldn't take that in any way, shape or form. So, you know, the first 20 minutes were outstanding, and if you're saying that my time was crucial, then that's great.
How did you see that? Because the video ref took an age to decide whether he scored or not.
Yes. I mean, in the heat of the moment, you know, I never thought I had been held. I didn't even realise that my arm touched the floor. You know, the ball carrying arm. So yeah, looking at it on the TV, you know, my first instinct was a try, and you know, luckily it was.
And now a Wembley final against Leeds. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, fantastic. You know, Leeds is a former club of mine, and you know, it's always good to play against those. I thought they deserved the winner yesterday against Wigan. I watched that game, and thought it was fantastic. You know, it's a great spectacle for Rugby League, and you know, we really want to get it out there. So it should be another fantastic final.
Good luck, well done, Gareth.
Thank you.
No one more experienced in Challenge Cup finals than Gareth Carvell. He's played in 4 of the last 7 of them. But if you want to be there at Wembley for Leeds versus Warrington, we'll have coverage on BBC One from 2 o'clock on Saturday the 25th of August. But if you want to be there in person, and it is a great sporting event, this is how to get hold of a ticket: 0844 856 113 is the ticket line information number, so give them a call and turn up and decide which side you fancy and who you want to support, and get out there and shout as loud as you can. Well, two contrasting semi-finals. Yesterday's very high scoring, the defence was sort of all over the shop, tries aplenty. Today, much tighter, particularly in that second half. Huddersfield did everything they could, but crucial errors at crucial times. And Brian and Ian, we have deserving winners here. Warrington very much the stronger side.
Yeah, I thought Warrington was super right throughout the game. Huddersfield started really, really well, but the quality of Warrington to keep the ball alive, the support players around the ruck so they don't make just one pass, there's 2, 3 and 4 passes going through to the other side of the line, and then you put on top of that an exquisite kicking game from Lee Breers and Brett Hodgson, and they were just too good on the day. They're probably worthy of their scoreline.
And Huddersfield did what they could, but let's have a look at a few of the key moments. And Gareth Carvell very nearly got the Man of the Match award, and some of his breaks were sensational.
Well, in the big games, your pack of forwards will win it, and that's your forwards charging and directing at the opposition. Carvell was good against the grain. He isolated him. Here, once again, a poor one-on-one tackle by Scott Moore. You know, he's probably not been in that position many times, Gareth. He got a bit confused with the numbers he's got. But the metres he ate up gave the chance for Breers and Ratchford to play so dominant. And it's something Huddersfield couldn't do. They still played so lateral. They talked about being more direct. Carvell, look, their coach spoke about it, Tony Smith. Every player that got interviewed there said, our forwards are fantastic. Big games are won by forwards, and Carvell was big.
Let's have a look at a few of the Huddersfield errors. This is going to hurt you if you're a Huddersfield fan, so I apologise in advance, but they had chances, Brian.
Well, they get to chase in the game, don't they? And obviously they were held up all the way. And that's quality Warrington defence. That's not so much about what Huddersfield didn't do, but just anything that they kicked for, they just couldn't quite come. But again, you have to pay credit to Warrington. 4 white shirts in and around Kudjo there to stop him getting the ball down. Hodgson, brilliant play. Whatever his defensive line does, he comes across, and you can see the Warrington players in the backfield here, and they're trying to push the ball as much as they can, Huddersfield, and last tackle options, and again it goes to Lee Gilmore on the last tackle, and there's not very much he can do there, and Kevin Brown passes to Chris Bridge. So
this was one of my highlights of the match. Earl Crabtree, and Ray French made it clear how much weight he's lost, how he's a much slimmer line player. And those people who don't know Earl Crabtree, the nephew of Shirley Crabtree, Big Daddy, and making a really great run there to try and cover. But Brett Hodgson there with the drop goal, and gosh, how this team, Huddersfield, missed Brett Hodgson. I mean, he left them beginning just ahead of the 2011 season, didn't he? Now with Warrington and they look utterly dejected, Huddersfield.
That's
Poor
a horrible
things.
picture, you know. Yeah. Those of that experience, that's a hard changing room to take, trust me.
Yeah, exactly, and talking about Brett Hodgson there, I mean, he's 34 years old now. We pointed him up before the match as a man to watch, and he can do anything.
Well, this modern game now, we've got sports recovery, sports science and that. We're getting players to play a lot older. Steve Menzies plays for Catlin. He's going to be 40 next year, going to play in Super League. But the big difference isn't, here we go again, Morley and all those guys.
And he's 35, Morley.
And I think Tony Smith mentioned about discipline. Look at this play here. Lee Gilmore's got it under control. Kevin Brown stands too tight to Lee Gilmore. Gilmore says, there goes the ball at the back. Are you there, Kevin? No, Kevin's on his shoulder. There's no need for him to come in. But that's where he's a threat all the time, Hodgson. I felt so many times today their defence was a little bit all over the shop. They couldn't combat their offloads, and they had to put so many people in the tackle to combat the offloads. They were always at 6s and 7s, and that probably testified. Look, the amount of possession they had, Warrington, and the amount of what they did with it, the score could have been even higher.
They did well to cope with the pressure of being such hot favourites, and they will be favourites again, I suspect, Brian, when we get to Wembley.
Perhaps, you know, probably a little bit more, even the way Leeds have been playing their recent form, so that will even out the balance there. But it's like I said to Ian on the start of the game, I'd rather be the overdog than the underdog. They're in good form, they're playing well, and they'll be confident going into the final against a very, very good Leeds team that performed really well yesterday.
You know, Claire, the thing I'm excited about the final, this Warrington pack were outstanding here today. How will they cope with Rob Burrows' darting runs around the ruck? They're going to have to be defensively very good, and they're going to have to be very challenging in that game, because he's been outstanding in the semi-final, and that'll be the big focus for the Warrington forwards.
It's a repeat of the 2010 final, which Warrington won 30 points to 6. Can Leeds this time, in their third final in a row, get their hands on the Challenge Cup final? For Warrington, another stunning performance. It's their third final in 4 years. Join us on the 25th of August, but from Salford, the home of the Happy Mondays, after a great weekend of semi-final action, it's goodbye.
Double tongue, you never think you will lie. Oh, lie. He's gonna